Hi, my name is Rebecca. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm a certified personal trainer and fitness instructor. This is my houseplant Barbara, and welcome to our channel where we lead inclusive movement classes. Today's class is a lower body stretch class, all on the floor. So you might want a yoga mat or just a comfy spot to sit, optionally a little pillow, and maybe a strap or a stretchy object like a tie or a towel. Okay, let's stretch. All right, we're gonna start in a comfortable seat. I have my legs crossed here, but you can have them out in front of you or soles of your feet together, wherever it feels comfortable for you. Take a second, wiggle into your seat, take a big deep breath. All right, we're gonna start with some torso circles. So we're gonna come nice and slow around to the front and scoop behind. Keep that going, moving around nice and slow. We are focusing on stretching the lower body today. This is especially good if you're feeling sore. We're going to take it a little bit easy today. Really good for after a workout. Good. Reverse your circle. Good. Just giving ourselves a moment here to settle down and get ready to stretch. All right, we're going to start with one leg extending out, opposite foot comes to center. So before we even start here, set up in a position that feels most comfortable for you. So this foot can be further away from you, can be closer to you, can be really close to your center. Maybe if you want, you can put a pillow or a block underneath the bent leg to support. The goal here is to stretch the extended leg. So it doesn't matter so much how close this inside foot is to your torso. It's more about shifting hips over the extended leg and then reaching forward. So this knee has a nice soft bend. And then I'm reaching right forward over that extended leg. Now, depending on how sore you're feeling, depending on your flexibility, how you're built, it might feel good for you to touch your thigh here, maybe touch your shin, maybe reach for your toes. But the goal here is to find a place where you feel a comfortable stretch but no pain. Good. Once you're there, take a couple big deep breaths. Good. Should feel like a nice stretch through the back of this leg, through your side even, and an opening in this opposite hip. Okay, nice and slow. We're going to come up and take your time. We're going to swap sides. Opposite leg extends. Oof. Extended leg comes into center. I'm going to support my knee here. We shift hips over the extended leg. Stretch it out. Again, I'm not locked out in this leg. Soft bend here. Toes are reaching for the sky. Breathing deep. Good. Your stretches are going to look different than mine because we're built differently, and that's okay. So if it feels more comfortable for you to come down further than me or to sit up taller than me, do that. Find what feels best for you. All right, one more breath here. And we'll release. Give those legs a shake. Take a second. And finally, we're going to put soles of the feet together. Big opening through both hips here. Same thing. So heels can come really close to center. We can put them further away from our center. Finding a place where it feels like, ooh, that's a good stretch. Good. From here, if you want, we can take more of a forward fold, reaching down further. As we fold down further, it should intensify the stretch through the hips. So just keep that in mind. If it's feeling like too much, we can come back up. Good. Big deep breaths here. A couple more. And nice and slow, we will release. Little more hip mobility coming up here. We're going for our 90-90 stretch. So front leg is going to basically stay right where it is, but opposite leg is going to bend behind us. So it sort of looks like a 90-degree angle. From here, get comfy as you can. If this is already feeling like a lot, take that opposite hand, lean away from the stretch. Or if you're feeling good here, we can sit up nice and tall in center. See how that feels through the hips. Again, don't be shy. Use that little pillow or a block to support where needed. And if this is feeling really good, then maybe we take a little forward fold right here. And you can play with this. You can come up and take it more like a rolling stretch forward. And up through center. Or we can sit right here, wherever it feels good for you. Couple more breaths on this side. All right, we're going to take our time, come out of this stretch, swap to the other side. This leg comes in front, opposite leg twists behind. We're rotating through this hip here. And again, take your options. Lean out of it. Sit up straight through center, or as straight as you can in this kind of awkward pose. Or if you want, take it down. And roll through forward fold. Good. I personally really like to sit in center here. Should feel pretty intense through your hips, depending on your level of mobility or how tight your hips are feeling today. All right, one more breath. And let's release out of here. Take your time. Woo. Okay, we're going to turn around now. No rush. If you're on a mat, we're going to sit lengthwise. From here, legs are out in front of us. Bend your knees as much as you like, and then we're going to fold over. So here, maybe you're resting hands gently on shins. Maybe you're touching toes. maybe it's feeling good. You want to extend legs a little bit so they're more straight out in front of you. As long as we're not pressing right into your knees, just want to protect your knees. Otherwise, find a fold that feels good for you. And you can play around with how much your knees are bent here. All right, let's come out of this stretch. And we're gonna lie down. I know. Get comfy, take your time. I got my pillow here for my head, but that's optional. You can also lie flat into your floor. Okay, wiggle around, get comfy. Big breath. Good, we're gonna take a second just to really get comfy on the floor here as much as we can. Feet are gonna point, toes point away from us. Arms are gonna reach up and then extend overhead, big stretch. And then we reverse. Toes point to the ceiling, arms come back down. Good, let's do that again. We're gonna stretch as long as we can. Toes point away, reach, reach, reach. Wonderful, coming back down. Feet are gonna come up to plant into the floor. Give yourself some space. From here, both knees are going to drop towards the same side. So knees are coming down, hips twist. Good, take a big breath here. Should feel really nice, especially in that top hip. If it's feeling too intense, bring knees up a little more. And then we'll switch sides. Knees point towards the ceiling and drop to the other side. Take your time. Good, and we'll switch sides again. Up and drop them down. We're gonna go back and forth here for a little bit at your own pace. Thinking about stretch through the top hip and breathing really deep. Good, keep that going. Big breaths. And of course, this is a video, so if this part feels really good, you can pause and keep going. Or if this part does not feel super good for you, take a rest. That's the beauty of video workouts. You can kind of do your own thing. I'm just here to provide suggestions. All right, feet come back to center. Now is the point in this video where if you have a stretchy object, you may want to use it. It is optional. But we're going to use it to help stretch through our legs a little bit more. We're going to start by bringing one foot up and over for a figure 4 stretch. Top knee is pushing away from us. Top foot, toes are flexed towards the ceiling. Pushing here. Now, this might already feel like a really good stretch through that top glute and thigh. So you can keep it right here. Or if you want a little more, we can raise this bottom leg towards chest. Might feel really good for you just to lift that up. Or you can use this strap here behind opposite thigh. That's what I'm going to do today. So I've got my strap behind the supporting leg. Top leg, knee is pushing away from me. And then I'm going to use this strap to lift bottom leg. And then from here, you should definitely feel a nice stretch through that top back of the thigh, through your hamstring. And I like this strap because it's a bit too much for me to reach and hold this thigh with my hands, just the way I'm built. And it's too much strain on upper body when really the focus of this stretch is stretching that top leg. So I hang onto the strap, give myself a little more intensity through this stretch without straining my upper body. Good. Okay, we're going to release. Swap sides. Take your time. And we lift opposite leg up and over. Toes point to ceiling. Knee points away from us. Option to stay right there or lift supporting leg towards chest. Good. Big deep breaths. This is a really intense stretch. Good. One more breath here. And wherever you are, we will release it down. Good. Take a second. Maybe you want to go back to those windshield wiper hip stretches. Wiggle it out. We're going to move on to even more of a hamstring stretch. Again, I'm going to use my strap. It is optional, but I like to use it because I'm going to wrap this around the bottom of my foot, and then we're going to extend this leg to the sky. So, of course, you can hold on with just hands, thigh, to your calf, to your toes if you have that amount of flexibility. And then the goal here is to bring this leg closer to our torso to stretch out the back of the leg. Good. Big deep breaths here. If you want a little more, you can extend that supporting leg for a little more of a challenge. I'm going to keep mine bent into the floor. And I'm focusing on bringing this leg towards me. Now again, your stretch here might look totally different than mine. Maybe leg is further away from you. Maybe your leg is way closer to your torso. It's all about finding the stretch sensation with no pain. All right, we're going to swap sides now. If you are holding on with your hands, release your leg. If you're using a stretchy object, we can bring opposite leg up and swap the feet. Good. Opposite side, finding stretch through the back of the leg, making it more intense by bringing raised leg closer to your torso. Good. Big deep breaths. This is our last intense stretch. We are almost there. Wonderful. When you're ready, we're going to gently release this leg down to the floor. Wiggle it out. And we're going to relax in our last stretch here. Soles of the feet come together just like in that stretch from earlier when we were seated. Hips open, knees open. If you want, pillows can go right underneath your knees here, or yoga blocks if you have them. Opening through the hips. This might feel really comfy for you. If this does not feel comfy for you, legs can extend out. Good, and take a couple deep breaths right here. All right, one more breath. Good. If you're feeling nice and comfy, you can stay right here. Or take your time, roll over to one side, and we're going to come to a seat. Thank you so much for moving with me today. If you liked this class, like the video, hit subscribe and the bell icon, and check out our channel for more inclusive movement classes. Bye.